Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Moltrap here again with Diggity. We're continuing on with this MST group, and this is going to be game 2. GGPlay versus Pure should be a very interesting matchup. GGPlay, you know, Diggity, I know you're a fan of him, but I've never given him too much credence. He's managed to get into some low levels of some Star Leagues recently and do fairly well. But I've never seen him do anything special. I mean, even when he won the OSL, he didn't seem to play that spectacularly when he won. And I don't think he even should have won that. I think Iris kind of threw that game away. The last game, at least. Anyway, point being, Pure also, what the heck is going on there? Is it like GGPlay the surgeon?
Swine flu,
like,
I think.
He's gonna slice you apart with his Exacto.
He's gonna give you an illness that you will not recover from, which is Zerglings. If anyone's gonna get the swine flu, it's probably gonna be me, actually. I'm right down here in San Diego, right on the border. I work in a hospital. Oh man.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Stressed out. I'm totally screwed. Anyway, to StarCraft the game instead. Yeah, I kind of, well, no, yes. Okay, I disagree with you. I think GGPlay should have won that tournament, specifically because the Zerg style was really the height of the Zerg, the Savior Zerg style, which is the 3 hatchery, don't build units until you're going to crush your opponent style, which always looks like the Zerg opponent's going to get completely run over, and then all of a sudden you just see Defilers and Ultralisks and Hydralisks, oh my. And yeah, I thought he was so good at that style. He was really good with his Defiler micro. That was such an intense series. That's really the series that I commentated first, actually, with people sitting there in the room, mutual friends of ours, one of which is actually the guy who just got married this last weekend. Special shout out to them once again. But yeah, I like seeing GGPlay play well, because I feel like he's the most entertaining guy to watch out of the standard players who just... I like watching him more than I like watching Light, who I think is another strong standard player, and I'm trying to think of a good Protoss standard player that would kind of fit into that category. Most of the Protoss players that are really, really good. Free used to be like that, but Free just wasn't fun to watch at all, and now his micro is just incredible. Anyway, bottom right-hand corner, we have GGPlay in orange, bottom left-hand corner, we have Pure in purple, and this map is just about balanced for Zerg versus Protoss. Although, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I feel like both guys are playing at a pretty high level right now. I don't think either of them is really into the A or S class. I would put them about B or B+, though.
Yeah, and we're talking about kind of a class ranking, not as far as ICUP level, obviously. But, yeah, Pure, that's what I was kind of getting at when I was saying GGPlay. He's, you know, not spectacular. Pure is very good, but also not spectacular. So, again, should be a pretty even matchup. I think this whole group is pretty balanced group, actually. So, you know, in some groups you get, like, you know, Flash and Jaedong, and then, like, 9-10, and... I don't know, the Zerg. You know, you get two people who are obviously going to win and 2 people who are obviously going to lose. And sometimes there's upsets, but you can kind of expect what's going to happen. This is a group that, you know, anything could really happen. All these players are capable of really good play, and they're also capable of failing epically. So we'll have to see. Anyway, Pure going for a fast expansion. It looks like, well, something along those lines. He's got his pylon out at his door of his natural expansion, so we're probably going to see him go ahead and put down a forge there, and he's scouting around. He is going to scout first and see this overpool, so we may see him put down a Nexus first, theoretically. He may decide he has time for it, depending on if he scouts it quick enough. But overpool is going to have some, you know, same sort of thing. You want, especially as a Zerg player, you want, you know, quick Zerg. And so yeah, he's going to go for the Nexus after the Forge, I think, probably though. What was I going to say? Sorry, go ahead.
I think he's going to want those 2 cannons as quickly as possible, because it looks like GGPlay might be thinking about doing a run by. At the very least, he's getting that speed right there. So yeah, he wants those cannons up sooner rather than later. Simply because, yeah, Zerglings in your base, never a good thing. And additionally, he wants to try to keep that probe alive as long as possible, and sometimes, ooh, that does not help that cause. That probe with just a sliver of health left, and you were right, he's trying to pull the Nexus first. I think that is a huge mistake, especially with that probe with so little health, because I think GGPlay is just going to ignore that probe, maybe stick just 1 Zergling on that probe, or maybe even attack it with a drone and go after that front door. Otherwise, Pure could end up losing everything on that front as a result. And I guess the question will be down whether GGPlay sends him to the top right or the bottom left. He knows that probe came in very quickly, but he doesn't know from which direction at this stage. And now a gateway going up to north position, not even putting a second cannon down. So he's probably going to have to pull some probes off the line if GGPlay does head the proper direction. This is really interesting calculation on Pure's part, and I think GGPlay is holding up because I don't think he did have the optimal scout. It is plausible that he was scouting cross positions. That is the thing about GGPlay, is GGPlay, I think, is a very high caliber player when he's in the zone, but he's also a very safe player, now killing that scout. And let's see if he can establish something on the front door, second scout heading out, and that second cannon coming much later. But Pure, just the way he did that, he's going to be very secure. He's going to have his Nexus up super fast comparatively, and on top of that, he's going to be able to send another scout out and get pretty quick tech because he has that gateway alongside as well. Doesn't look like GGPlay is adding any more Zerglings, so it doesn't look like he's in fact going to commit to that to that run by. He could cancel speed at this stage and get a quicker layer, but nevertheless, yeah, you were right, and that is crazy risky. Blocking off the front door a little bit more with that cybernetics score. I've been ranting for like a minute straight. Go ahead.
That's all right. No, I think what was going on is first of all, he knew that GGPlay hadn't scouted him yet, and so I think that is part of the reason why he felt he had the extra time to be a little bit risky. And then after that, going for the gateway, the Zerglings were chasing his probe around in his base, so he knew they weren't coming to his base. So then again, he knew he had a little bit of extra time to put that gateway down there. So I think that's what was going on there, but it's hard to say. Interestingly, GGPlay putting drones back on gas pretty quickly, and oh no, is he going to let the probe in? Oh no, the probe does not get in. And I think GGPlay is up to something tricksy because, okay, yeah, as soon as he killed that probe scout, he put drones back on gas. He didn't go for a third hatchery first, and it looks like he still only has 2 hatcheries, and he's mining gas and getting a lair now. So we could be seeing some kind of what's that?
Orange dot, upper right-hand corner. He put the third up at the 3 o'clock north already.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe he's not doing something so tricky after all then. Good call. Anyway, well...
What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you?
Sorry, I missed the orange dot. Anyway, Pure doing his standard thing, teching up, getting his Stargate so far. We'll have to see if he tries to do anything else. Did you see, I saw a Zealot running around. Did the Zealot actually spot that hatchery up there, or does he not know about that?
I don't think he actually scouted that. There's a Dragoon wandering out in the field. That's not something you want to do. The one key thing for Pure, though, is when he ran that second probe in, he did in fact notice that the Zerglings don't have that speed upgraded. So he is going to expect a second that layer a little bit sooner than normal. The one thing is I don't know if he knows about that third hatchery. He doesn't have any scouting information beyond that. He is putting down a cannon to be cautious. Looks like he's also getting that Citadel of Adun. Slurring everything. It's like I've been drinking and I haven't. It's sad. Putting down a third cannon on his front door, also be cautious, and it looks like we're going to see that 4 hatchery build probably with the... Ooh, nice timing here by Pure, and this is the advantage of having that second Nexus up so much faster. Usually what you want to do with this 4 hatchery Spire first build is have your Scourge out fairly quickly before that Corsair can really scout you and kill it, but Pure, with that second Nexus going up so much faster, is able to get that Corsair out before the Scourge or even anywhere close to taking that Corsair out. And he's also going to be able to see some drones cycling up to that upper right-hand corner, so he knows that third base is already online as well, assuming he is clever in his game, which I believe he is. A couple idle drones, so I'm not sure that GGPlay is really playing up to par here. But we're just kind of sneaking in, trying to sneak in. It's going to see the Stargate, but it's not going to get any other look at tech. So GGPlay, I feel like he's playing a little bit off, and hiding his creep colonies up to the 3 o'clock. That's a bit dangerous, though. He's just assuming that Pure's going to go for his main, and it looks like they just got scouted out. Oh well. Anyway, but yeah, I feel like Pure's just kind of a step ahead at this game, and now that Moletrap's made a mistake, I can make fun of him mercilessly. Because, yeah, he's off his game, obviously, whereas I am slurring my speech, which is so much better.
Alright. Be quiet, you drunkard. Quit making fun of me. Anyway, we got +1 weapons going, researching here for Pure. Some Scourge are finally going to be able to get in there and view the tech. There is a Templar Archives down, although, hey, look, High Templar, that'll give it away as well. Couple High Templar. And he sees the Scourge running around and decides to merge those Templar into an Archon, just in case GGPlay decides to take advantage of this situation and get some Ulisks there. Oh, wow, that Corsair just flew right into the Scourge. It looks like he probably is going to be able to get away with just a single Scourge hit. I think he's going to be able to get back to his base. But anyway, yeah, I'm surprised that we haven't seen any pressure really from either player. Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of normal, but I would have expected a little bit of pressure from one or the other. And a Queen's Nest already going down, so we're going to see some quick tech here. I really like the way that GGPlay is putting his buildings. He has really beautiful building placement this game. His door at his natural expansion and his door at that expansion in the top right are both really, really well done, such that he can, yeah, look at that. Another Queen's Nest going down. That's cool too. To block off the door. But I mean, if you could just put crap in front of your sunken colonies. What? Oh,
Dark Archon.
Oh, Dark Archon. Okay, this is gonna be a weird game. We can tell already. Anyway, if you put crap in front of your sunken colonies, it almost negates the zealots, and it makes it really easy to defend, especially if you have lurkers or something behind them. So, really nicely done. So, I'm going to have to give GGPlay an advantage here, actually, because now he can even take top right without any trouble and get a 4th base. And, wow, he should be careful. Oh my god, what if he maelstroms those? I don't know if he has it researched yet. Oh man, picking off one High Templar, nicely done, but he takes a decent amount of damage to those mutas from the Archons, so relatively even trade, I guess.
One thing I want to point out earlier is, while GGPlay was not paying attention, he did end up losing 2 Scourge to that Archon, which is why that Corsair is still alive, so pretty huge there. So it's going to lead up front. Still not seeing that Dark Archon, and right now Pure is at 6 gateways. He is planning to do some serious damage. He will have map control additionally, but if GGPlay can just hold off this attack and the kind of whatever the subsequent attack is after it, he's going to be in a great position. GGPlay really needs to, this is the thing, is those Mulisks are absolutely huge in this attack, because if they can cycle back and provide a little bit of support, that'll make those sunken colonies even stronger. It looks like a 4th one going down. 3, and this is going to be a huge battle. 3 just starting to pound away at those evolution chambers in front to try to knock them down. Archon almost picked off, and that Archon, if it gets picked off, that'll be huge, because that'll open up the Mutalisk harass quite a bit. But it looks like they're taking down the evolution chambers. Corsair down now. That'll allow the Mutalisks to kind of move in, but that Dark Archon is really it's really threatening, not doing anything right now, but you can see GGPlay was just being a little bit careful with it. It's not doing anything in the battle, but that has distracted the Mutalisks. There it goes. Distracted the Mutalisks away from the Zealots, which are able to take down all 4 sunken colonies and now start working away at the drones. So this attack will be successful, will disrupt GGPlay's mining pattern. Unfortunately, it looks like he's going to end up sacrificing a Dark Archon to do it, and he ended up losing actually the majority of his army. So I take it back. GGPlay might be in a good position if he can just hold up the kind of the pithy attacks that are coming after this, because he hasn't lost a ton of drones, and he didn't lose that hatchery. He only lost the 2 evolution chambers, which it hurts a little bit on the upgrade scale, but ultimately they're more for buffering anyway, and that's pretty cheap to replace compared to a hatchery, and compared to a Dark Archon, 2 Archons, or 2 regular Archons, and a whole bunch of Zealots, as well as the High Templar he kind of lost in the background. So GGPlay going to be able to plant those 2 evolution chambers back at his main and push up his tech otherwise. And now, but it looks like Pure took the opportunity to take that 3rd base. That's coming much later though than it would have otherwise. And GGPlay, knowing it, he's going to take his 4th in that upper right hand corner. So I think GGPlay might have a pretty sizable swing. Let's see if he can use it by being a little bit aggressive, maybe taking down that 3rd with this attack. Being a little, I'm not sure that he should have gone out with kind of this unit composition against the Dark Archons. I'm not actually sure what unit composition you want when there's a Dark Archon in the mix. I guess Zerglings are the best to work with because they're just teeny. You don't mind losing them. But going up for a 2nd attack, and I don't think GGPlay is going to be prepared to fight this off.
I think right now he'd probably be better off with more Hydralisks. They'd be a little bit better, I think, against the Archons running around. The Mutas, I mean, he could space them out, and that might do good, but then they're not going to do as well against the Archons. And here comes the 2nd attack, putting some pressure on. He's really counting on that Dark Archon to hold off the Mutalisks. They're going to come in to back up in just a minute. There's the Mutalisk. Is he going to be able to catch him? Is he going to Maelstrom? Oh, Maelstrom! Wow! Maelstrom on top of the Mutalisk, but they popped from the Archon regardless. That was insane. Those Archons just focused on those mutas, and they were at low health, and boom! Like 1,000 minerals, 1,000 gas, gone in an instant. And
14 kills.
That was pretty ridiculous right there. Wow, and in the meantime, Pure has gotten his 3rd base up, actually. If he hadn't, I would say GGPlay had won by holding off that attack. But Pure has gotten that 3rd base up, so they could, and he's trying to get a 4th up. That's going to get shut down. I think he did get 1-1 upgraded, by the way, on the Zerg ground units before those Evo chambers went down. But you know, like I said, those Evo chambers just blocked really well and were able to hold things off. He's not using the Dark Archons as well as he could. It's a really clever idea, and it's really fun to see them used, but he hasn't really been too effective with the Dark Archons yet, which is a little bit of a disappointment. And a Greater Spire! Oh my god! Are we going to see... Wow, that is awesome. Guardians coming in right in the middle of those two bases, out of reach of those Archons. And Pure has not been making any Corsair since his first ones got scourged. So those Guardians are going to be able to do a little damage before... he barely dodges. So those Guardians are going to be able to they're probably just going to be annoying, honestly. But they're going to be annoying for a little while before... Never mind, there's the Corsair. Never mind.
Nice little back and forth here, but this is a really interesting battle. It's very rare that you'll see at the programmer level anyone go up to Greater Spire with just this little harassing attack like that. I don't think it's ultimately going to pay off. Now he's going to start hitting that Corsair, so he might get some damage done. But yeah, GGPlay, this is the nice thing for Pure, is Pure has forced GGPlay to produce a lot more units than he wanted to, going up with another enormous attack. GGPlay hasn't really been able to capitalize on that fourth base he's gotten up, so Pure playing a fantastic game, forcing him to constantly defend and force him to just produce a whole lot of Zerglings, using up a lot of larva on basically not his main production. So that fourth base, even though it's been up for a bit... Oh, nice Maelstrom! Catching the Overlords as well. Oh, there we go. And now the Archon just gonna... Oh, that many Archons is just scary. It's brutal. They turn into the butter... the hot butter knife through butter, where Zerg would be the butter in that circumstance, of course. Yes. Zerglings running up to kind of support here. The Dark Archon just kind of hopping around. The drone's killing it. Take that, Dark Archon. And that last Archon getting surrounded, but still getting a few kills. The base still not down, but GGPlay, he hasn't been able to capitalize on that additional base. And Pure doing a fantastic job of keeping up. He's now at even bases, where I thought he was just going to get overrun here in a second. At even bases, even though GGPlay has 4 gas, he's just been spending so much of his larva on things that aren't really producing a nice effect for him. He hasn't been able to do any harassment with these Zerglings. He hasn't been able to do anything. He's got a ton of Scourge out. Looks like he might be going for another Greater Spire attack in a moment here. Probably Guardians along that southern border. But yeah, as a result, Pure's in a fantastic position. 4 bases, which is where exactly you want to be against the Zerg. You want to be even on bases. That means you're ahead. Sort of like Terran versus Protoss, but in reverse. But I don't know that he's going to be able to hold off this attack on his front door once again. That is a huge amount of forces. But again, it might work just because of the way he's built his bases. He's going to need... Oh, that's 4, though. It'll be a lot down to those Zerglings coming from behind, and more Zerglings popping, so GGPlay did spot it. But once again, you can see how... Look at that secondary. There's only like six drones there. GGPlay has constantly had to produce Zerglings to fight this off.
Yeah, Pure has managed to get his 4th base up, like you said, at the 9 o'clock position, and a crap load of cannons as well. So I think Pure is definitely in good shape here. Ultra's Cavern, that's the tech he needed. I don't think the Defilers are really going to do much good against the army composition that Pure has been using. In fact, the Defilers are pretty much useless at this point, come to think of it. But he does have the Crack upgrade, the Adrenal Gland upgrade, and that is what has been saving him. Oh, is he going to spawn it in time? Is he going to... Oh, one Templar! Oh my god! All the Templar are going to die! Oh, there we go. There we go. I was waiting for that storm. Still, 3 Templar getting killed off by that squad of Zerglings. So I think that's probably an even trade. Those 3 Templar could have killed a lot more Zerglings than just that. Yeah, exactly.
That's a huge win. Huge win for Zerglings. Those are power Zerglings right there. I feel the strength.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Adrenal Glands are what has been keeping him in this game. It's what enabled him to fend off the last couple attacks that Pure's made. He does need to start thinking about taking another base, though. Like you said, the Zerg needs to be a little bit ahead, and he's just making a ton of Zerglings. GGPlay's making a ton of Zerglings, and like you said, not many drones, and he's going to mine out his main pretty soon. If he mines out his main while Pure takes top left, then that is going to be game, and Pure will take the win. But it's not quite over yet. GGPlay needs to start taking stuff now, though. It looks like he might be taking 3, I'm not sure.
Yeah, he either needs to take a base or knock 2 down, and it doesn't look like he does have a ton of Zerglings out, but he hasn't managed to really knock anything down, doing a good job of picking off the High Templar kind of out in the field. But that's still a lot of Zealots, and I think he's going to move those Mulisks out. I think they were spotted, though. Again, and that's a lot of Corsair that have been produced in the meantime, so he is sensing it. He does have Weapons 1. I don't think GGPlay is going to get a lot done with that Guardian attack. Keep in mind, he's producing Zerglings and Zerglings only in his defense. He's been storing up a lot of gas.
Yeah,
and I assume, but the thing is, he hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything with that gas. He's now producing a Cocoon. That's not enough Scourge to take care of the Corsairs. He will get a couple, but it's still not going to be enough. And it looks like what I think the plan is now is send the Zerglings at 9 or straight up the main, and then send the Guardians down that southern border. And just try to do that duel. And I really feel like this is almost all in-ish at this stage of the game. And wow, a lot of Devourers actually being built here. Huh, that's not what I was expecting. So it's going to be Devourers, which do not attack the ground. And he's probably going to end up losing that top right in the meantime.
Maybe he knew about these Corsairs and he just wanted to get something to defend against the Corsairs. You know, I've seen 5 Defilers, and none of them have cast any spells so far. He's wasted a lot of gas on Defilers that have done jack, and that's part of it. And oh, look, it looks like he's going to have air support for this drop. He's going to go in with the Devourers and Scourge to clear out any Corsairs, and then go in for a little bit of a drop as well. And there's the Corsairs flying around his main, just trying to pick off Overlords, and we'll see if he actually falls back to go after those Corsairs, or if he just accompanies the drop. But this could be a really nice drop. If he goes in there with a couple swarms and some cracklings, that can take out a lot of important buildings very, very quickly. We're going to see what happens right now. Here he comes in with a drop. There are several cannons in the main. He's not dropping. Oh, there goes... Defiler gets out. There goes the swarm. Swarms are down all over everything. A few Zealots are coming in here. If he focuses, he might be able to take out the Templar Archives, though, or something else, but he's not. So that is going to get cleaned up. It looks as if Pure knew it was coming because his army was already in his base in his natural expansion by the time that drop was going down. But yeah, Pure has 11 o'clock now, and GGPlay is still at 4 bases. So I think it's pretty much game in the long run.
I think what GGPlay is going to do now is just a lot of desperate attacks. He lost a lot of that drop to the north. Looks like he's going to go for a simul drop and just bleeding Overlords. And a bunch of Zealots, a bunch of stuff. Some Devourers trying to get to the north, but that's not going to last very long. And Ultralisk, neither speed nor Carapace upgraded. Starting to... Oh no, sorry, he does have Carapace. A lot of Ultralisk wandering up there, and now we're finally seeing a lot of GGPlay's gas in production. And I think this is what it's going to be for the rest of this game, is it's going to be GGPlay flailing against the entirety of Pure's army and trying to pull stuff off. And if he can take expansions down, he might pull it out, but Pure, he's got to keep him he's got to keep that base separated, but Pure not going to allow that to happen in the meantime, producing a shuttle landing and an Archon, which I don't think GGPlay knows about because he's so distracted with that attack into that upper right, and a Dark Templar in the mix as well. Just running in, destroying everything. Archon doesn't recovering nicely. He doesn't look like he's going to lose that, but some Corsairs. No, he does lose that in the meantime. And that Corsair is going to be... Oh, wow, so many Corsair going to be able to clean up Overlord. So GGPlay not going to actually even be able to produce an attack force. He's not going to have the Brute Squad to even do any semblance of an attack against Pure. And Pure, as a result, is just going to allow his economy to just dominate GGPlay into this late game. So let's enjoy this for what it is. A Protoss just completely outproducing a Zerg, which is a rare sight to see into the late game. I'm surprised that GGPlay hasn't actually GG'd up to this stage after he lost all those Overlords right there. And I actually talked to... Who did I talk to WCG about this? A high-level... I think it was In Control. I actually asked him why you don't see more Corsair late game, and his basic response was, well, the Ultralisks still run you over. But I guess with this kind of delay thing that GGPlay is doing, they are able to get mixed in, and GGPlay is going to have a hard time fending it off because he's going to have to continue spending gas on Scourge. He doesn't even have a Hydralisk Den, and in the meantime, the Ultralisks and the Zerglings just going to sit underneath, outnumbered by Zealots. Ooh, there's a nice plague there. Outnumbered by both Zealots and Archons.
It's always fun to see Corsairs covered with multicolored goop. I think they had some acid spores and some plague on them, so they're getting owned there by some spells. Finally, we're actually seeing GGPlay employ spells to good effect, and that's the thing is, Zergs, even if they have a very, very, very small economy, they can apparently get Pure to storm his own Templar and almost kill them. But you can, I mean, all it takes to take out a base, a Protoss base, is 1 Defiler and 12 Zerglings. That's it, because Then you just plant down a couple swarms, the Zerglings target the Nexus, boom, dead. And if you can do that a couple times, you know, at a crucial moment, you can hang in the game. And I think that's what GGPlay is holding on to do. I'm pretty sure that he knows as well as we do that he doesn't have much of a chance anymore. But, you know, you might as well try and see if you can sneak in those little, you know, Nexus snipes. And, oh, wow. Wow, it looks like a storm drop happened. I see 5 splotches of blood there. No follow-up storm, though. Maybe they only had enough energy for one storm, but those drones were in a nice position. Look at this! The Ultra's going after the Templar. He has to drop an Ultralisk. I think he had to use drop to get the Ultras back there. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, this is just going to be fun watching Pure just make a bunch of crap, and I'm not sure why this game isn't over yet, to be completely honest.
Yeah, GGPlay looked despondent, actually. He's just like, whatever, let's just stay in this game to wear him down, might as well. He almost kind of looked Eeyore-ish there. And now more storm drops. I think that was 4 High Templar there to go wandering out in the field. Never mind. Did they just drop out there? No, okay. Well, whatever. Shuttle's not speed upgraded. I think this is going to be it for GGPlay. I think this is going to be the last revenge drop. It's what you want to do at the end of the game. Be like, ha, I could do something. And that's not even going to do anything, because turn around. Bye. He's even got Reavers there to stop any sort of attacks. So Pierre's got all his bases covered, where GGPlay quite literally does not.
Yeah, I always try and do that when I know I've lost. I try and just, you know, at least, you know, have some lurkers in the back of their base killing their supply depots when I GG. You know, just to kind of show I didn't get completely owned, even if I did. You know, something like that. But yeah, slow shuttle. Storm drops. This is gonna be brutal. Oh no. Oh jeez. Oh god. He doesn't even see it. Oh, no reaction. Oh, so many dead drones. Oh my god. Oh man. And now they're just gonna run in here past the Devourer and do it again. Oh, is he gonna? Oh no, Pure with the fail on the reaction time. Is he gonna chase it down? Where are their drones going? Oh my god, this could be great. No, they're gone. Okay.
They have no place to run.
That was close.
Shuttle now speed upgraded. No, he still got
gets
some.
Like 6 drones on the gas mine. Oh my god, this is just ridiculous.
Wow, that speed came in right on time too.
He still managed to get the last Templar to kill a few drones. So GGPlay has like 7 drones total on the map now. And
I think he has more bases than he has drones. That's how many
bases Pure has.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a bad situation. Pure now at, what is that, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, sorry. 5, he could take 6 if he wanted. GGPlay finally going to get that drop off, but that's not going to win in the game for sure. I think Pure is just going to roll him over at this stage. So going to drop this, get overrun, then GG. A lot of Ultralisks in the mix. Might be able to take down a gateway or two, but let's see if Pure decides to actually go and attack in the main, or if he's just going to let this go and bring his units back. Ultralisk dropping behind that mineral line. There's some swarm, but with those Reavers there, that's not really going to get anything done. And now the rest, yeah, he's going to come back to his main. The rest of that armory just kind of sneaking in, going to be able to work the rest of that down, and a Reaver up in the mix. And Reavers just melt Ultralisks. They're so harsh. Reavers are just, yeah, they scare me. I have nightmares about Reavers sometimes. Even though I've been playing Protoss lately. Shuttle down. Reavers somehow got out, even though that seemed like really delayed. And 4 Reavers to the north. Yeah, that's not going down anytime soon.
I really like the Ultralisk behind the mineral lines that couldn't get out. That was pretty good. That was pretty interesting move there. But yeah, GGPlay just kind of throwing things. And yeah, those Reavers are really. I said before that you could take a few Zerglings and a Defiler and you can take out a base. The fact that there's Reavers at his bases and he has a few in a shuttle pretty much shuts that down. It makes all of these last-ditch drops. Jesus Christ, where is he getting the money for all these damn Ultralisks? It's like he's on BGH or something like that.
Stuff he didn't spend earlier, I guess.
I guess he's just been saving up for a long time, and sometimes you see Zergs do that where they'll just save up and somehow come out with just a crap load of Ultras from somewhere. Oh man,
this is just embarrassing now.
Yeah, that's pretty fancy footwork there with the running the Templar around, keeping him inside the shuttle and everything. But getting Zergling
bonus kills and things, finally taking it out.
Finally.
Anyway,
GGPlay needs to give up so we can get on to the winners match here.
That's exactly what needs to happen. I really like GGPlay, but I have to say this is kind of sad to watch. I'm losing a little bit of.
All right, well here's the last drop.
Right here.
It doesn't matter if he kills these gateways, which he's not going to. Pure is all over it already. He's already got an army coming back here, storming the Zerglings.
Guess you can lead.
There's single
Reaver to
Zerglings,
but you can't tell him to kill him. I guess. Sits there and dies.
So. Anyways, I think Pure should 1A, 2A, 3A, and just see what happens and wait for the GG. He could just 1A, 2A, 3A, queue up his gateways and rally point them, and then go have a sandwich, and then come back and find his win.
I think he should crawl those Reavers across the map, get him in.
Just slow crawl Reavers.
Yeah. Bypass that entire front door because 2 or 3 good shots will just kill everything. GGPlay going in for another big attack, but
there's nice.
He managed to dodge at least a Maelstrom there with that Ultralisk, but so many Archons just kind of there's the Reavers just kind of moving their way in, and those Reavers, the splash damage they do, it is a lot. And still a Reaver there to the north. Good plague though at least.
There's GG, finally. Wow, okay. Pure's like, Jesus, I thought that would never end. Oh, man. Well, that was a good game, though. GGPlay put up a damn good fight, I have to say. Somehow, doing a mineral hack in the last 5 minutes of the game and coming up with dozens of Ultralisks and Defilers and crap. He literally just, I guess he decided, I'm just not going to spend gas. He's like, I'm going to spend no gas at all. It's like instead of no rush, no gas 20. He just waited 20 minutes to spend any gas on anything. Anyway, GG. So, game final winners match is going to be Pure versus Quanro. Another PvZ. Should be fun. Take care. Thanks for watching. 박찬 선수는 멀티 하나